Do you love waking up early in the morning, struggling to figure out what to do with your hair? We've all had our share of bad hair days. Are you ready for a change? Lock it and love it with Lock and Love Salon, conveniently located at 8117 Liberty Road, Windsor Mills, Maryland. Start your lock journey today. Lock and Love's professional services and artistic designs will keep you blazing in the hottest trends while maintaining and protecting your hair. Honey, Lock and Love is an experience. Once you try Lock and Love Salon, you won't try anyone else. Lock and Love offers starter and maintenance locks, fox locks, detox, shampooing and conditioning, lock treatment, lock extension, coloring, and much more. Sorry, but Lock and Love doesn't accept walk-ins. What are you waiting for? Call 410-970-3791 to set up your appointment today. Lock and Love is on Facebook, so remember to like, follow, and share.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Blue Scrub Club Show. I'm your host, Charlene Harrod-Owuamana, better known as the Nurseologist, where we bring you real conversations, real nurses, and real impact to the forefront. This is a space where we educate, elevate, and empower nurses and healthcare professionals across the globe. If you are tuning in, go ahead and drop where you're watching from, tag a nurse, and share this live, because tonight's conversation is going to be powerful. We have two phenomenal nurses, leaders, joining us who are doing amazing work in healthcare, business, and community impact. Let's just get into it. Tonight, we are honored to welcome Dr. Tarsha Brown, DNP, MBA, MSHCA, BSN, RN, DNCM, CDP, the Director of Operations at Certified Home Nursing Solutions, LLC. Give it up for Dr. Brown.
Hello, everyone.
And we are welcoming Delana, BSN, RN, BCPA, Menopause Wellness Practitioner at the Wellness Lounge. Let's give it up for Delana Watkins.
Hey, good evening.
Well, how are you ladies doing this evening?
Wonderful. Thank you for having us.
All right. We're going to do an icebreaker real quick. This is our icebreaker moment. Dr. Brown, can you tell us who you are in your own words that is beyond your title?
I am a mother. I am a wife. I am an entrepreneur. I am a Christian. And most importantly, I am an individual who loves people.
Oh, all right. Okay. Miss Delana Watkins, the same question for you. Tell us who you are in your own words beyond your titles.
I love that. And I'm going to say pretty much ditto everything Dr. Tarsha Brown said. A wife, a mother, an encourager. I like to always say, people like to say that I'm the energy in the community outside of being all of those, like you said, the titles of being a menopause specialist, an entrepreneur, and all those things. That's how I like to show up.
All right. Now, this is a big question because, of course, we are on the Blue Scrub Club show. So, Miss Delana Watkins, can you tell me what made you choose nursing?
Oh, that's an easy question, and I love answering it. My mother said that Since I was a baby coming out of the womb, I wanted to fix, touch, and heal people. Okay. So my mom was a nurse, and I saw her doing that, and it seemed like it brought her so much joy. Once I figured out what it took and what it really meant to be a nurse, I just pursued that and never looked back, Charlene. I became a nurse while still in high school. So from that moment on, I really began to make the field of nursing something outside of just healing people.
I think Miss Charlene is frozen.
I see. I can hear her still.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess, Charlene, while you trying to unfreeze, I'm going to assume you're going to ask me the same question.
I was getting ready to say you answer the same one.
Yes, what made me become a nurse? I was supposed to be an attorney. However, that journey went a different route. And the reason why is because the schooling was too long and I didn't feel like it.
Yes.
So,
You know that was my second choice?
was it?
Yes. And I looked at the curriculum and I thought I would be an old lady by the time I finished this. Like, no.
Yes.
And then I was going to do nurse paralegal once that became a thing. But that too was in labor intensive. I was like, oh, forget it. Never mind.
Yeah, so I don't know. I looked into nursing and I started watching nurses and what they do. I grabbed onto them as role models and I just started to the path of nursing and couldn't stop. It didn't, from there it becomes an addiction,
Yeah.
something that you just have to do and you just keep going. So
right. And you explore all facets. So like I try to tell people, when they think of nurses, don't think of just the scrubs and bedside. Like there's so much more to the whole evolution of nursing for those that kind of walked into it, what I would say like in the last decade or two. So nursing really shouldn't be just thought of as like scrubs and bedpans and IVs and, blood. There's so much more that we bring to the field of nursing, from, informatics to entrepreneurship to, business, like with yourself. So I think when you think of nursing, it's definitely beyond when we likely first got into the career of nursing.
Yeah, it's changed for sure.
Yeah.
And it's still changing.
Right.
What it was 10 years ago is different.
Right.
The part that gets me is just the lack of appreciation for nurses.
Yeah.
That is really something that you never get used to.
Yeah, you can never kind of quite. And so I always say that it's never really felt until people walk away, or like nurses go on strike, or they're not available. Then their absence and the skills and talents that they bring are missed usually. And by that time, we're already like, okay, on to something else. Well, welcome back, Charlene. We just continued on with our discussion around nursing and why we chose nursing and what the field of nursing has evolved into.
Excellent. I'm so grateful that you ladies just pivoted and it just all worked out, which is what we always want to do when we're, doing an event or a show like this. We love to pivot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta pivot. Always gotta pivot.
So my next question to you ladies is, what can you, or what would I say? 1 minute here. Let me just check my. So, Dr. Brown, can you tell me a little bit about your business you currently have, and what made you get into doing work with DDA?
Well, we are a home care company, primarily always have been. We initially started out as a training facility and a staffing agency, but our end goal was always home care. So as we shifted into home care, we kind of shifted away from training and also away from staffing. To be totally honest with you, how we ended up going into DDA is just always looking to grow as a company, as a small company and an organization, always looking at the the ways that we can best serve the community. And of course, I'm always trying to figure out how to take care of, our people. And when I say our people, I mean our employees and things of that nature. Because it's never about you in the business. It's never about you. It's always about the people you serve, whether it's the clients, the employees, or whoever. DDA had a shut list for 7, 8 years, and that was the typical turnaround time for anyone that is going to go in as a provider. So it was like a really close knit community. And then eventually they saw the need, they opened the list up for a short period, and I just, jumped on the list, and that's how I ended up going through the process, getting approved, and ultimately liking it. But it was a fight.
Okay. I'm saying Dr. Watkins because I can feel it
Yep,
coming
I
on.
claim the doctor. I claim the doctor.
Okay. So, Ms. Watkins, can you tell me a little bit about the Women's Wellness Center and
Absolutely.
about this menopause, this hot flash stuff?
Absolutely. So, of course, thank you so much again. So, the Women's Wellness Lounge, we are a center that likes to say that we take care of women holistically from puberty to postmenopause and everything in between. Our primary target is women who are underserved, and I refer to them as marginalized. Black, indigenous people of color. And so those are the women that you think about that are out on the outsides of the margin. They may have health insurance, but it usually doesn't include preventive care. And so this is where we fill the gap. Women shouldn't only seek medical attention when there's something wrong or when there's something bothering them or when there's something that's not being paid attention to. Women should really think about preventive care, preventive education, and that's where we come in and fill that gap. So I like to say we bridge the gap between healthcare and healthy living. And so our center is downtown on North Howard Street, but I like to say that we're not enclosed into four walls because we serve the community. And I really walked into that dream from being a nurse and seeing that, again, those same demographic of women were the ones that were accessing care. And I felt that if they just had the resources and the education, that we could become healthier. And so I just decided to fill that gap. I started out by just doing workshops and, of course, going live, doing different things on social media. And it just grew. It sort of blossomed from being a passion project into becoming a nonprofit. And so fast forward 15 years later, I'm still here, still doing the work. And it just continues to evolve just based on the needs of the community.
Okay, so the next question for Dr. Brown is, when it comes to nursing and you're looking for the perfect staff for your clients, what are you looking for?
So that's a good question, Charlene. It really is. Because the one thing I always tell individuals, especially clients and caregivers, I have to constantly train and reiterate to we are considered a matchmaking service because we are. We really, 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 we have to make sure that the client and the caregiver is satisfied with the situation. So we definitely look at the client holistically. We use a team approach, and then we also have to do the same thing for the caregiver, because if they are not a perfect fit for each other, it will never work. It does not matter. So I am constantly training on understanding that we are the mediators and that we're a matchmaking system. So yeah, we're looking for the person that is able to meet and exceed the client needs, but also a situation that also meet and exceeds the caregiver needs as well.
Okay, now this question is for both of you ladies. Now, a little birdie told me that you ladies are partnering together with a school. Can you tell me about this school and what are you looking for? I know, well, I'm gonna let you guys tell me. What are you looking for this partnership that you ladies are doing?
Well, I'm gonna start it out, and then I'm gonna just tap and let Tasha finish it. I know that there is definitely this growing gap and this growing need, not only for like Tasha being the matchmaking service and provider. I know that there's a growing need of qualified individuals in the community. And so, if you want to have that pool of people, that pool of individuals, you have to create that. So do you think that as busy as we are that we wanted to create a school? We absolutely did not, but we knew that there was a need in the community. And because that need was there and it existed, we became what the community needed. And so the both of us sat down and we were like, okay, we can do this. And so although the two of us are the ones that are partnering to create the school to fill the need and the gap, especially the workforce development, we are pulling on our partners in the community to assist us to make this a success. So Tasha, you pick it up from there.
Well, it's a continuation for me.
Mhm.
So it's something that, as you know, is we're certified relocated from. And we just had a growing need there. We had a training programs, but we didn't actually have a school. But from the 10 years I was there, I knew that it needed to have a full school, a full program, because the individuals in that particular area could definitely benefit from it. Because right now, they travel extremely far. So it's just the need. It's just meeting the need of the community and meeting the need of our people. And I'm so excited because I definitely couldn't have a better partner. Because
Mhm.
honestly, she really did push me. Because so I couldn't have a better partner. And you guys are going to be so freaking surprised when you see how this
Mhm.
school is done. Like, and thankful because you ain't got to
Yes.
travel no more. And it's all there, all your
Mhm.
certifications. So we're so excited about that. And thanks for revealing that, Charlene.
Okay. Now, what I want you to tell our listeners are what are the type of trainings do you have, and who are you looking for to fill it?
Yeah. So we were trying not to like reveal all of the trainings. Like she said, it's a school and we do have some
Okay.
great certifications that we have in the pipeline. But what we're looking for is obviously individuals who either want to do a couple of things, who want to explore healthcare as a career, who obviously are looking for a role, education, quality education, like Tasha said, in their backyard, so they don't have to travel um, long distances for school or for this education. And then thirdly, for someone who's looking for affordable, right? Affordable education that again with the certifications that we have, they may come into one program but also be interested in another, and they don't have to leave. They'll be able to stay at Certified Allied to get a few different certifications that will again make them marketable, make them employable, because we're not going to just educate them, we're going to be able to provide them with workforce development services. And I think that's what the difference is. That's the niche that's going to set us apart, is that they won't just get the education, they will also be provided with the tools on how to be successful in their chosen field.
Hmm.
Okay, so my next question is going a little deeper. Um, Dr. Brown, can you tell me what was it like being in nursing school, and um, what was your specialty that you chose after you graduated?
I am a Coppin State University alumni. So, originally when I was going, my specialty was nurse practitioner. However, I was an LPN for 5 years prior to complete my BSN. So I think by the time I finished, I was over the nurse practitioner part. It was like, I need to be admin. I need to sit behind a desk. I need to be a boss. I need to make big decisions. And I just didn't see that in the LPN role. So I decided to be an administrative nurse, which is how I ended up with a master's in business and a master's in healthcare administration. So that's exactly what I am. What you
Yeah.
call, I'm going to tell you right now. Yes,
Mhm.
a boss
Mhm.
nurse.
Yes.
And
I
you
hate
are
to say it,
definitely
but
that.
I
You
love
are
that.
definitely
I
that.
look. The other thing I did was I looked at the money I needed to make, put my
Mhm.
kids through school, and I was like, hey, I looked at the salary. I was like, this ain't.
Yeah.
I can't do
I
it.
can do it.
You know, I finished a little bit later than I was supposed to, so that's how it went. But yeah.
So, some of our listeners, because here on the Blue Scrub Club, I opened this show up so that we can also get our certified nursing assistants on here so that
Mhm.
they can come in and talk a little bit about their career and talk about their specialties as well, because with the nursing realm, we all work in different specialties, including the CNAs
Hmm.
and PNs that work, closely with you ladies. So some of them don't know what all of those letters that I read off on your title. Some of them they only know about a RN and going up the ladder as a RN, going from a RN to maybe an NP, and they know about nurse practitioners, but they have no clue, some of them, by what is a DNP and like all of those other acronyms that's behind your name. They don't know any of that. Can you share some of that with our listeners so that they will know that once they climb the ladder of nursing, that there are certain certifications that they can get?
Well, I started out as a certified nursing assistant out of high school, and that was post figuring out that I wanted to be an attorney. I had to research the
Mhm.
names the same way. What I did
Mhm.
was I looked at the jobs that individuals did, and if I liked that job, so I knew when I found that administrative job, I looked at the title and I kept saying healthcare administration on top of RN. Then the savvy ones would have that MBA on there. And I'm like, oh, and a master's in business administration. So I would probably say two to three of the top people that I really, really admire as supervisors, bosses, those
Mhm.
titles came just from them. I looked at them, I grabbed them, and I said, hey, this is the job I want to do. These the titles I need. And
Mhm.
the last one that I'm going to be adding post my doctorate in nurse practitioner is my board certification. And most people in nursing, they're like, oh,
Mhm.
you're going to get board certified in nursing? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
It will be in health, health
Healthcare
administration.
administration. Yeah.
Yes, because that's
That's right.
exactly
Keep
what I
climbing,
am.
keep climbing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, that board certification, I picked that up too. So yeah, well, if I had to give you the advice, I would say definitely look at what individuals are doing,
Mhm.
attach yourself to that, and that's how your resume look. And that's exactly what I did.
Yep. I always say, and that's good, Tarsha, because a lot of times you don't really know and you can see and you're like, okay, what does this letter mean? And what does this kind of allow them to do or give them access to? So when I'm talking to, like, when I'm mentoring or I have individuals who are thinking about entering into healthcare, or maybe they're in it and they're not quite sure where they want to go, I say to them, listen, in healthcare, you can go from the bedside to business to the boardroom. You really have the gamut of everything in between. You can continue to do patient care and get letters that will allow you to enter into certain specialties. You can go into the boardroom, which will allow you to become a CEO, CFO, CNO, or you can do business, which will also allow you to get the MBA, the DMP, the MP, so there's just so much. Decide which track or which bucket you want to go into, and then decide, okay, these are the certifications or the degrees that I want to achieve. So that's what I typically try to say, like, really figure that part out first.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely know what
Mm-hmm.
it is you want to do, because if
Right.
not, you can find yourself spinning your wheels and you be like, oh, I'm
Yep.
going back to get this degree. And then you never get out of school. With
Exactly.
me, I knew I was done.
Mm-hmm.
When everybody looking there like, oh, I'm back in school. Not me. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, because I got
That's it.
exactly what I want, exactly what I asked for, and what I pray for. And I use a checklist. I have a checklist on my
Mm-hmm.
mirror. Check, check, check. As I complete it, check, check, check. So
Yep.
I knew when I was crossing the finish line.
That's it.
Okay. Miss Delana Watkins, can you tell us what specialty you went into and why?
Listen, I was trying my best not to go into any type of supervisory role. But like Tasha said, I initially was a CNA, like they called them, kind of like a candy striper. Even then, they was trying to put me in supervisory roles. So straight out of school, as I said, I graduated high school as an LPN. So I went straight into gerontology first, right? And became a supervisor within a year, like in 6 months. So I kind of wasn't even at the bedside very long, and then was considered in the nursing home at ADON, so assistant director of nursing, as an LPN at 18. They wanted me to get it sooner, but I had to be 18 in order to do it. So that was my specialty for a while. I dibble dabbled, and I tell people that was probably my first introduction into what it meant to be a leader, to be a supervisor, was around 18. I was supervising women twice my age. Okay. Think of that.
All
So
right.
yeah, that allowed me to see what it meant to understand leadership and how to interact with individuals.
Mhm.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. And I like to applaud both of you. Both of you have been a mentor and to me. And I'm quite sure if any other, listeners need any advice from some experts, you would be the person you both would be the people who I would refer them to, just to give them the ins and outs of what's out here. And not only that, it becomes very personal when you have someone that you can piggyback off of to get your career at a jump start. And I just like to thank you both because, I mean, I have two good people in my Rolodex that I can get to when I need to get to them. So
Right.
I just like to thank you, ladies, for all you have done for me in the past and moving forward.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this platform. Congratulations to you. It is totally you. Like, you definitely. And
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you one thing, honey. You about to find out. You got more than enough people in that Rolodex, honey. That Rolodex is thick. So go on and roll it out, because we already
That's
know.
right. Right on the
Okay.
money.
So now we're gonna go into some more fun parts of the Blue Square Club. So we're gonna do like a little rapid fire question type deal right now.
Hmm.
So Delana, do you prefer day shift or night shift?
Ooh, day, all day. I just had this conversation yesterday. Day, day, day. Between 2 and 3 o'clock, I'm finding somewhere to hide and go to sleep if I work night shift. So definitely day. Tasha Brown be trying to get me to do night. I know. Mm-mm. Day, day.
Girl,
Well,
Charlene
see,
already know. Don't even ask me that
Don't even
question.
ask her.
well, Tarsha, no, you got a rapid fire question about this too. So, Dr. Brown, how many days do it take you to recover when you work a night shift?
Girl, at least a minimum of 3 to 4.
See? Mm-mm.
Yes,
And
my
that's
clock
just
literally resets. Yeah, it's 3 to 4. It takes, yeah. And it's more cognitive than anything.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
me and night shift, we don't cut it. It could be an easy shift, but it's nope,
Yeah. Yeah, no.
not for me.
I think to be a night shift nurse, you have to be you have to have a mindset for night shift.
Hmm. For sure.
Now, for me, I have been doing night shift. Man, I have been a LPN for 26 years,
Hmm.
and I have done night shift 20 of those years.
Oh yeah, yeah. So your
The
body's
first
definitely
6 years in the beginning, I did pediatric home care, so it was a day position. But
mm-hmm.
after that, I did nighttime work. And the reason why I did nighttime work is because I found out that when I did day shift, I stayed up till 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning and then
Mm,
had to go right back at work at 7. So it didn't make sense for
yeah.
me to be at my sharpest to work
Hmm.
day shift. Because during day shift, I never woke up until 3 p.m.
Wow. So yeah, you were definitely a night owl. Oh my gosh.
Right. And I think that, you know what works for you.
Hmm.
Some
Absolutely.
of us, sometimes we have to do things that we don't normally do, but we quickly find out how to maneuver and let somebody else take it.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I
So
agree.
the next rapid fire question is coffee or energy drinks?
Energy drinks if
Coffee.
I had to choose.
Coffee.
And why would you
Coffee for her.
choose
Shot.
energy drinks? Why would you
Yes,
choose?
girl. Yes. Tell us why. Come on, girl.
The
Come
energy
on,
drinks
girl.
come. I tried coffee again when I was, school and working. Trying, it just did not sit well with me. It kept me way too hype because I had more creamer and sugar than I did coffee. So therefore, I was negating the benefits of, I guess, drinking because I couldn't stand coffee, the taste of it. So I remember people used to say, "Can you give me a little bit of coffee with that cream and sugar?" Like it was way too much. But the energy drink for me gives me that cognitive boost. And I use it for even when I'm working out. If I don't use pre-workout, I use the energy drink and get the benefits of the increased energy as well as the cognitive boost without
Okay,
effect.
Tarsha, you got a multi question here. Why do you choose coffee? And
Co-
and is it Dunkin' Donuts or is it Starbucks? And why?
well, so definitely, I can't even really say with energy drinks. I probably did one once when I was in college, thinking I'm gonna stay up, and I crashed. And I
Hmm.
also didn't like the way it made me feel. It didn't make me feel mentally clear. It made me feel like I was racing. I could have
Yeah.
had the one. So coffee has always been my thing, and I like a nice coffee shop. And
Hmm.
call it a day. So Starbucks double shot. You ain't even gotta give me no whole cup of coffee. I don't want no whole cup of coffee. Just give me a double shot espresso. And I'm good to go. I take it from Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks. I prefer Starbucks, but yeah, just give me a double shot espresso, and that's it. That's for the whole entire day.
Now, for me, when I worked at Grace Medical Center was the prime example. So if I would come to work with a Dunkin' Donuts cup, everybody would be cool, calm, and collected. But if I
Hmm.
came in there with a Starbucks cup, they knew it was a double shot of espresso with cream, no sugar, in a the largest cup they had, and they knew that that day it was going to be some work going
You're gonna
on
be
up in that clinic.
I
'Cause I was going to
tell
be
you,
on
girl,
1,000.
right.
So
one
Oh my
thousand
god.
and a half.
girl, because I told you at 3 o'clock when I work day shift, I'm just
Mhm.
waking up. So I need that coffee in the morning to get me going till 3 o'clock for when I wake up. And Dunkin' Donuts, they're double shot.
Right.
That double
Oh
shot of
my God.
espresso gets you going. And if you're not a person to drink coffee, you can just forget it. Because if you get anything to say espresso, you're not
Hmm.
sleeping the rest of the day or the night.
Yeah.
Oh, know how to get you going. Do
Right.
So,
it to my staff all the time.
yes, give me Starbucks cards because Dunkin' Donuts, I need to go full speed ahead.
Yeah.
So the next rapid fire question is, what was the most rewarding moment for you in your nursing career?
Oh, that's a good question. I had a couple of them, but I'll tell you the one that stood out for me. Um, so I had a girlfriend when I again first started out. I was saying out of nursing school as an LPN. She was also an LPN, and we both started. I think like within a week of one another, and we kind of just became fast friends. She's a few years older than me, and she was like, "You're going places," and I'm like, "Am I really?" And then again, a couple months later, I got promoted to assistant director. So she's always kind of like been by my side. And as I said, she's a few years older than me. When I went back to school to get my RN, she wanted to go back as well, but she ended up not going because she got had younger kids. I didn't have any children, so I went and got my RN, finished before her. When she went back to get her RN, she referred me. I think she was the president of their nursing class. She
Mhm.
referred me to be the guest speaker at their ceremony, at their nursing ceremony. So
Uh,
I ended up going back to the school that it wasn't school I graduated from, but PG Community College, where she graduated from. I graduated from AACC. And I kept saying that I always wanted to be up on that stage to be the keynote speaker at a nursing graduation to encourage, the future nurses. And that's what I did. So that was one of the most
oh,
rewarding times in my career. And, of course, there's been several since then, but that was one that I kept pinching myself. Like, am I really about to get up on this stage and be the keynote speaker at a nursing graduation? And I
Oh,
was of my
oh,
best friend.
powerful,
oh,
powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
that is
Okay,
right.
Dr. Brown, come on now.
Well, outside of earning my doctorate, which I never in a million years thought
Yeah.
anybody would be calling me doctor.
Right.
The most rewarding thing was to know that I can make more to the doctor. Because let me tell you right now, as an entrepreneur, when you see
Yeah.
freaking $100,000 in a week go into your bank account, you be like, "Dag, does this money
Mhm.
real? Does this really happen?" So
Right.
just know as a nurse, like as a nurse, that I was able to take my career to that level is a reward. It's a huge reward, especially the community that I come from.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Absolutely.
my biggest moment for me as an LPN was being able to be a clinical lead nurse in a clinic as an LPN. You know, most lead nurses and most lead nursing roles predominantly are nurses with RN behind their name or
Mhm.
higher degrees. But for me, the day when my first day at work, when I was given that role, I was like pinching myself too, like, are they really entrusting me to do all of this work? Because I always tell people, when I was a CNA, I was the best CNA. Trust me. In the ER, when I worked those 17 years for MedStar as a CNA, I was the best. They never had to tell me where to go, what to do. I was always on it. But when I went into this clinical role, and I'm thinking that it was just doing clinical work. No, when you're a clinical lead nurse, you have administrative duties also. So that's what built me up with doing administrative work, because when I worked at LifeBridge and at Grace Medical and Bon Secours, come to think of it, as a clinical lead nurse, I had to do everything across the board. It wasn't just clinical duties. I had administrative duties as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
That's a great
I
accomplishment when you look at it, because like
right.
you said, going from the bedside to business or to the boardroom, that's a significant transition. And again, it didn't rely on your credentials; it relied on your ability to get the role done and get the job. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And sometimes I was like in positions where CNAs would say, "Oh, Charlene, I could do your job. Just because you're LPN doesn't mean anything." And you know what I told them? Go
Mhm.
right ahead and do my job and see where you're going to be in a
Right.
year from now. You're going to
Mhm.
be somewhere because they're going to question why you stepped over your certification to do
Mhm.
a licensed job.
Exactly.
If there's a difference between certification and license for a
Mhm.
reason. But I love my CNAs. And like I said, I was a CNA for 17 years. I enjoyed working as a CNA, and I wouldn't have traded it anything to get from the beginning of nursing to where I am now. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
this is the last question for rapid fire. Um, Describe nursing in one word.
That's good. That's a good rapid fire.
Dedication.
Um, mhm.
Like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
a word for
Definitely
me.
takes a lot of dedication.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you right now, and no shade, and I'm gonna use that word. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
for the weak.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they
It's
always
not for the
say
weak.
some people do nursing for the money. They can come
Mhm.
aboard and do nursing for the money, but once they really get into it, that money, it just goes out the door. It just take the thought
Mhm.
away. Because
Yeah.
once you get deep down and pulling up those sleeves on your shirt, you realize that you really have to be on your A game when it comes to nursing.
Absolutely. That's what I was going to say. At first, the first thing that jumped into my mind was rewarding. And then I was like, that's too niche. So I would have to say skills. I think it truly takes skills to be a
Mhm.
nurse. I mean, you really have to have not only didactic skills, but application skill. Like there's skills at every level that nurses
Mhm.
have to have. So I would say the first thing that comes to mind for me would probably be skills.
You need to be built for it tough for
Yeah.
this lifestyle. It,
Ooh,
it's the
no,
truth.
honestly.
You really do.
Yes.
You got to be built for it tough.
Yep.
I agree 100% because when it comes down to nursing, and like I say, it doesn't matter whether you're starting as a CNA or whether you're starting as a RN and you didn't start off at one of the lower levels to get there. You can come in with um your associate or your bachelor's level nursing without any experience, but I guarantee you in that first year you will get everything that you need in order to skill wise and safety wise take care of your patient.
Mhm. Yep.
Girl, let me tell you something. Girl, it started before then. Try nursing school. What?
Oh,
Yeah.
Just go ahead and try nursing school because they're gonna already break you down right there. You will get broken all the way down
All the
right
way
there. I don't
down.
care if you did it in high school. I don't
mm,
care if you did it post high school, whatever. They're gonna break you
They're gonna
all the
break you
way
down.
down, all the way into pieces just to build you back up before they walk you up out of there.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mhm.
And I tell people because, some of these young people take these prerequisites and they always say to me, "Oh, well, my aunt told me that I shouldn't be putting all my brain work into prerequisites." Can you ladies tell them why they should put their brains into prerequisites and what that set them up for? Because they don't
Entry
understand.
entry into nursing school. It's
Entry.
just getting it. You know how much weight you lose just trying to
Listen,
figure out if you got in or
prerequisites
not.
are rehearsal, okay? Prerequisites are rehearsal. So, yes,
Yes.
everything that you see, hear, touch, and learn and know for the prerequisites is rehearsal.
Because the other day I was just talking to another nurse, and we was talking about magnesium. So
Hmm.
me, I had to hit her with, okay, so you know where magnesium is on the periodical chart, and that she's like, Charlene, don't take me back to school. I said, so that's why I'm saying everything that you learned in prerequisites come back to bite you later.
Yes, ma'am. That MG on that periodic table, okay? Lower half
Mhm.
to the right. Yeah.
I said it's going to come back to bite you. So it would behoove you to know to remember what you've learned in your previous courses that you have taken,
Hmm.
Mhm.
because eventually it will show up.
Yeah.
It will. I agree with you on that.
Okay, so we're coming to the end of our show now, and I am going to give you both the opportunity to tell our listeners exactly how they can get in touch with you as far as your businesses, or even if you have an event coming up that they should be attending, or and how to reach out to you on social media so that they can follow you.
Absolutely. So again, thank you for this opportunity. Again, Charlene, I can be found on social media at Delana Watkins, or you also can visit womenswellnesslounge.org. We do not have any upcoming events scheduled yet. However, every year we host a big event during Women's Health Week in May. So it's Women's Health Week begins the day before Mother's Day, or yeah, the day before Mother's Day that weekend. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you follow me on social media, you'll find all the details for that.
And of course, you can find me on any of your social media handles by Dr. Tarsha Brown. I'm also the CEO, owner, and director of operations at Certified Home Nursing Solutions, located in White Marsh, Maryland. And I'm also the new proud owner of Terrain, which is a designer boutique located in Largo, Maryland. You can check me out there on coreterrain.com or any social media handle. Just come in and check us out, because we doing some big things. Look, Dr. Tasha Brown, that's your girl.
Okay, tonight you've heard it. You heard it firsthand from the amazing Dr. Brown and Miss Delana Watkins. I'm telling you, they are phenomenal. And if you ladies are up to it, I would love to bring you back and explain to some of, our community about why it is good to attach yourself to a nursing organization and be a part of it, and or attend some conferences that are very important, to the nursing profession. Because although some states don't require you to get CEUs, it's still our responsibility to be sure that we are staying up to date with medicine.
Yes, I agree. Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
that will be a good conversation. Invite us back.
Right. So I wanted to say that we had a wonderful show this week,
Yeah.
and that gonna have plenty more time to get to know you two ladies, because you have a lot going on in the community, whether it's about nursing or whether it is other future opportunities for our community that they could, share. So I want everybody to check out Dr. Brown and I'm still saying
Yep, you
Dr.
can say it,
Watkins.
Dr. Watkins. That's okay. Yep.
Dr. Watkins. That it is so much more and opportunities that you have no matter where you are on the nursing spectrum, that you can always elevate yourself. And I want to take this time to thank you ladies for all that you do for the community, and advocate for not only patients but advocate for nursing as well.
Thank you.
So we
Thank
are
you.
in
Thank you,
the
Charlene.
show. Is there anything else that you ladies or a quote that you would like to share at the end of the show with our community to let them keep in mind how long you have been a nurse and how um I don't even know. Just share a quote that they can
Mm,
be inspired.
Well, first, I definitely, again, Charlene, I want to congratulate you because, like I said, you are phenomenal. Like, when I tell you, hands down, one of the best nurses, LPNs, entrepreneurs, I mean, like, one of the best people I could have honestly came across when I came here. And I thank God for you every single day. And just know I always, day and night, lift you up in prayer. Because, sister, when I tell you, you my sister, and you got this thing.
Oh,
If I had to leave anybody with any words, I would definitely have to say that your start is never your finish. Just know, wherever you begin that is not your end. So just keep on going.
yep.
thank you. I thank you and I receive it.
Yep. Tasha always got to go first and be saying everything that I was about to say. So, yes, I'm grateful to have met you, Charlene. We met back way back when. And although we may not talk often, when we do, sparks fly. You've always been the same. And when we connect, if I pick up the phone, if I call you, if I have an idea, if I have an opportunity, you are always like, sure, this is what I can do. Or you'll say, connect with this person to help you get it done. So again, thank you for being you. Thank you for being an amazing person and an amazing nurse. What I would leave with any individual who is watching this, who is listening to this, is that the quote, I'm sure you guys have seen it before, is she believed she could,
Oh,
she did. And that was me. I was just a little brown girl who had, dreams of doing certain things. I believed that I could, and I did.
oh, that is like the cream. That's like the cherry on top of the pie.
That's it. That's it. Gotta
Yes,
believe.
that is. And that is so wonderful. I am, this is my third show, and I am happy to bring you ladies on because this show is going to be fire.
Yep.
Because we
Yes, it is.
touched upon a lot in nursing over this hour that, I think that we can get a lot more, young people interested in nursing.
Hmm.
That's it. Yep.
Absolutely.
The Blue Scrub Club.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. And I am going to be sure that I share your information. And we're going to have to get some other, things going on in the community to help our young people, even if they're just getting into healthcare, a little bit, or at least
Mhm.
get them to the point where they can come and watch us work somewhere.
Absolutely. Yep.
Hmm.
Get them,
Absolutely.
be a mentor to them.
Mhm. Yep.
Hmm.
So again, this is Charlene Harrod-Owuamana, better known as the Nurseologist. We're signing out this week, but we're not signing off the air. We're going to have some more amazing shows. We're going to have some more amazing guests to come on the show. But what I want to do right now is I want to thank all of our listeners and encourage you to follow these young ladies that were guests this week because you never know. That may be the perfect connection for you to move forward. So stay
Hmm.
tuned to the Nurses Lounge. Ah, did I say that? The Nurses Lounge? Well, hey, the
Absolutely.
Nurses Lounge might
The
be
Nurses
coming back.
Lounge. I was getting ready to say that's where it
Yes,
started, and it evolved into the Blue Scrub Club. So yeah.
yes, yes. So the Blue Scrub Club will be back next week, Thursday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. And we're looking forward to talk about all things about nursing and to inspire you to get into healthcare.
All
So thank
right.
you very
Thank
much,
you.
ladies.
Trivia's Inspirational Radio would like to inform you that the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in the following show are solely the sentiments of the participants of the show T.R.I.V.I.A's Inspirational Radio Network is not responsible for content. As always, thanks for watching and enjoy the show.